Hello, everyone. Welcome to our amazing chat series podcast. My name is Tenny, and I'm the founder of makingTheMove, an organization that helps newcomers of African descent with career transition. Get ready to sit back, relax, and listen to some incredible conversations with industry professionals. These sessions are all about sharing knowledge, building connections, and helping you thrive in your professional life in Canada. So why don't you grab yourself a cozy blanket and get ready to be inspired? Might I add, grab a pen and paper. Hello, everyone. We're excited to have, EY professionals walk us through how to set measurable goals for FY24. For 2024, I'm looking like a professional. Anyways, it's so funny. The other day, I was telling someone that my new year starts February 1st because I kind of chilled the whole of January. So it's okay if you haven't set any goals. That's totally fine. We're all in the same boat. We're here to set our goals and to ensure that we achieve them by the end of the year. So maybe a quick word in the chat box, or if you want to unmute yourself, what's something that you're excited about this new year? Yeah, so you can continue to put them in the chat box as we as we move on to the session. But I'm excited about prioritizing my mental health this year. I really want to take steps to prioritize it, work, life, everything. Okay, so with that being said, it's my honor to pass it over to our EY professionals. Anna is not a stranger to us. She has run so many events for us in helping our people grow professionally and personally. And she's joined by two amazing individuals who would introduce themselves shortly. But this session is focused on building, developing your goals for 2024. So at this point, I'll pass it over to you, Anna, for the introductions.
Great, thank you so much, Tenny, and hello, everyone. I see some familiar names, so hi again to you who are joining us again. Really excited today. We have Kapil and Ravi talking about setting goals for the new year, as Tenny mentioned, through our EY Ripples program in partnership with makingTheMove. Just quickly to say, EY Ripples is our corporate responsibility program, so think of it as a non-for-profit within EY, where our employees use their skills to give back to communities. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to our team to introduce themselves.
Yeah, perfect. Let me start from here. So Happy New Year, everyone, and we are excited to be here and part of your network. Anna skipped, fortunately. So Anna, can you please go back with the introduction? Yeah. So with me today, my colleague Ravi Rao. He's a manager technology. He has been, with the firm since last 1.5 years, approximately, I think. Anna, can you please go to the next slide? And he's a certified professional. He's very strong, project manager with over more than a decade of experience working on the S/4HANA, SAP cloud solutions. He has been working on SAP ECC, FICO, and supply chain management. He has excellent track record, for performing enhancements using KPIs and all. And from design to development, testing, training, cutovers, go live support, he has been all over, having the expertise in implementing big S/4HANA finance solutions and business transformation programs for, various projects and various companies. And if I can talk about in his free time, I know he loves to read. He loves to play badminton. Can you please click the next slide, little bit on that slide? And I know he's a swimmer as well. And he enjoys time spending with his family. And about myself, my name is Kapil, and I've been recruiting, and I've been a recruiter here at EY Canada since last 3 years. I've been recruiting in this space from almost around last 12 years, which I love the most. And I've been recruiting here for banking, telecom, financial, information technology sector throughout Canada. I'm recruiting here in Canada since last 5+ years. With specifically, if I can talk about EY Canada, I've been adding up folks to our SAP practice, Oracle practice, cybersecurity, and technology practice since last 3 years, and have successfully added around 250+ consultants. In my free time, I love to cook for my family and friends, of course, and love to travel. I love to spend quality time with my family playing sports such as cricket, badminton, volleyball. I don't do swimming. I'm sorry about that. Although I'm a Piscean, I'm a fish, but I don't do swimming. All right, so this is a little brief information about us. We are professionals in the technology space. Myself and Ravi both, we have been doing the best, for our partners, for our teams, and with whom we try to work. Next slide, Anna. So here we will be talking today about what exactly and why exactly goal setting is necessary. So introduction to goal setting. Next slide, please. So to have a quick introduction, like the first step in anything is to setting up the goal. A meaningful goal, which most people sets goal in their personal lives and professional lives. Few end up achieving them. Like me, I always say, okay, I will start going to the gym from Monday, and since last 5 years, that Monday didn't come. So setting up the goal is most important thing. And in recent survey, we have seen like 70% of the respondents, set their goals for the new year, and 48% of them, they have documented their goals roughly the same number, plan to create an action to achieve them, which is important. I know, maybe this survey is right or not, I'm not too sure, but yeah, numbers are correct. We know that we set up all these goals to achieve the things and all. And even though the last years, half of the people ended up with big goals and no actionable plan to achieve them. While the other day, while the other half had clearly defined goals and actionable plans, which is the most important thing if we will need to achieve any goal. And which groups is more likely to achieve their goals? I know about that, like somebody who's dedicated and who wanted to obtain their goals, work towards their goals, note it down somewhere, make a agenda, make a plan, write it down, their specifications of the goal, what exactly they wanted to achieve in their coming months and all, coming weeks. So starting from small things to the bigger things is what usually people do. Next slide, please. And if I can talk about like goal setting, it's definitely it's a process of identifying what you want to achieve, what exactly will be the outcome, outcome you wanted to obtain to reach your destination. And it is of course a method of deciding what is important for you to accomplish in your life, career, establishment, measurable targets and deadlines to make those achievements comes to a reality. It is an effective way to bring about some positive changes in your lives, in our lives. And goal setting, it's not just about achieving business success or personal milestones and all. It's about like career progression, personal growth, and giving you a brief mindset as well. And with the help of like short-term and long-term goals, we can create a balanced approach to career growth. And we'll talk more about like short-term and long-term career goals in the coming slides. So over to Ravi. He will be our expert, sharing a little bit more information about short-term versus long-term goals.
Thanks, Kapil. Thanks for the wonderful introduction and also kind of, giving us a brief overview of what a goal setting is and, how important a goal setting, is really in one's life, whether it is professional or personal or, whatever task we, consider, there has to be a goal in front of us, like be it short term or long term. So, I mean, like once we decide upon a goal, then, we can decide upon whether the goal has to be a short-term or a long-term goal. So basically, what are the features of a short-term goal? So the short-term goals are like kind of stepping stones toward greater ambitions. So like you kind of break your goals, bigger targets or long-term goals into small goals, or for your immediate objectives, like if it's a very quick one for immediate objects, you want to do a certain task and you want to do it in a certain amount of time. So that's a short-term goal. So you want to finish a task in 5 hours is a short-term goal. But you want to become an expert in a field is a long-term objective. So objectives we set to be achieved relatively quickly, usually within a few weeks, months, or 1 year. And it's specific and designed to highly actionable, guiding us towards immediate progress. So like I said, you want to achieve certain things in like 5 hours or 1 day is a short-term goal, and same thing in 1 year is a long-term goal. And what is required is like a highly actionable plan for both, I would say, for both, like short-term and long-term. Short-term, it's very kind of, it's very imminent that we have actionable plan for achieving immediate goals. But long-term, we can, kind of consider a lot of things and develop a detailed plan of smaller tasks. So long-term goals, the ones we envision our future selves, mapping out where we hope to be several years down the line. So you must have, in your kind of, if you are out from a college, you might have done some mock interviews and, kind of people would ask you, what do you want to become after 5 years? Or where do you see yourself after 5 years from now? So those are the things that are, they're really asking you for the long-term goals, your long-term goals. and they are more broader, more encompassing, and by nature less detailed than a short-term goal. So you would say that I want to be a manager or a senior manager, or I want to be a CEO of a company 5 years from now. So that's not a short-term objectives. That's more broader, and it has a lot of factors coming into it, and it's less detailed. So how you're not talking about what are the steps you're going to take to achieve that. So you're specifying that as a long-term goal. And these are the kinds of objectives that demands patience, persistence, and a strategic approach. So like to become a CEO of a company, you don't have a plan, like you have an approach, you have a strategy to go there. So that's more than a plan. That's a lot of, components are coming there. So you need to understand the levels, you need to have a network, you need to build a relationship. It's not a plan that can be, written down in a PowerPoint or a project plan and then achievable. It's of course has to be kind of actionable, but it has a lot of other things to it. So these are kind of short-term versus long-term goals. So they're characteristically, they are a little different than each other, but like they complement each other. So every long-term goal has a short-term goal to it. So for example, let's think of a famous long-distance runner, Eliud Kipchoge. Kipchoge is known for, if you can go back to the previous slide, so he's known for setting both short-term, like he's a famous marathon runner. So marathon, as you know, is a long distance running. And like how does he train, and like how does he kind of achieve to win those races? So it's very kind of gruesome, and it's very tiring, and it requires a lot of patience and perseverance. So in the lead up to major marathons, he sets short-term goals like improving his time in specific training runs, increasing his weekly mileage, or focusing on recovery techniques. So these are short terms. So he has both short-term and long-term goals. These short-term goals are integral to his larger ambition of winning races and breaking records. So Kipchoge's approach exemplifies how short-term goals can effectively contribute to achieving major long-term objectives. Like I said, they complement each other. So every long-term goal has to have some short-term goals to it. So it's imbibed in a long-term goal. So that's an example of how short-term goals and long-term goals are both essential to achieve a greater objective. So these are just the short-term goals and long-term goals are just like if we can break them down into specific parameters, like for example, what is a short-term goals? What is the time frame for a short-term goals? It's typically within a year or less, and long-term goals usually spans over 1 to 5 years. This is not a kind of sacrosanct time that it has to be a year or less. It depends on, it can be a day, or like it can be even a half day, even a day. So it depends on like what the nature of the task is. So specificity, highly specific and detailed, broad with more general outcomes. Like I said, like to do a specific, to submit a deliverable, it's a short-term objectives, but to become a senior manager or a CEO of the company is the long-term objectives. And measurability, immediate and quantifiable results. So you do a delivery, there are tangible results which can be measured, and it's very immediate. Whereas, the long-term goals are progress measured over time. So you stay with the company, or you kind of switch jobs, you go to different companies, go through the appraisal cycles. And then it's measured over time, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, then you become a CEO. So then action, direct and immediate tasks. So it's like very, very, precise and, succinct. So you have the action, you do it, and you get the result. So that's the short term. And it's a series of phased and progressive steps. So this short-term objectives, you have to repeatedly do it, and you get to a long-term objective of becoming occupying a certain position. So what is the purpose of a short term? So it serves as a building block towards the larger goal. Like I said, like these are long-term goal is broken down into short-term goals, and like it can be independent, or it can be a complement feeding to a long-term goal. Short-term goals can be independent, as well as it could feed to a long-term goal. And then the long-term goal defines the ultimate direction and purpose. So what do you want to become, or what do you want to, like, what is your interest, or what do you want to become in life? Is something is a long-term goal. So examples: completing a professional workshop within 2 months, improving public speaking skills by joining a Toastmasters club, and completing a set number of speeches. So these are all like tangible, and like kind of, it is time bound. Earning a promotion to a senior management role, starting a successful side business that allows for financial. So this is, kind of over a period of time, you achieve it. It's not immediate. So that is a long-term goal. So any questions on the short-term and long-term goal? Anything that? All right. Yeah, let's go to the next topic. So setting goal with, if you can go back to the previous slide now. So setting goal with smart principles. So like goal setting is a process, as we understand. It's simply not, so like we just write down. There is a set process for it where you can, kind of measure, quantify everything. So smart is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So all these, like this is a principle which helps transform vague intentions into clear, actionable plans. Like vague intention, I want to kind of, kind of tone down my body or build muscles or something is like a it's just a desire. So how do you convert its an intention or a vague intention or a desire into a clear and actionable plan? So how do you do it? By applying this or setting goals with based on the smart principle. So the goal has to be specific, so your goal should be clear and concise. Instead of saying you want to improve sales, a specific goal would be to increase sales by 10%. So what is the difference here, like between improve sales and increase sales by 10%? So the difference is basically it's like there is a specificity attached to it, that 10% is a tangible number where you can measure. So that's, yeah, exactly, there's a target. So instead of kind of going without anything specific, so we have a target here, correct? And measurable. So you need to be able to track your progress. If your goal is to increase networking opportunity, make it measurable by aiming to attend 2 industry events per month. Yeah. So I mean, like networking. So it's very, yeah, that's yeah. That's, if your goal is to increase networking opportunities, so like there are a lot of networking workshops or events, industry events that is, happening around you. So you make sure that you attend 2 industry events per month. So then achievable. So while it's a great to dream big, your goals also needs to be realistic. So ensure you have the resources and time to achieve the goals you set. So like it has to be like your goals has to be rational, realistic, and achievable. Like you can say that, I'm going to, build a muscle or, tone down my body in probably say 3 weeks. Naturally, I would say like 3 weeks or a month or, 2 months or something. But if you say that I can do it in 1 day, it's not achievable. So it's not realistic. So it requires, the resources and time to achieve is the principle that, we adhere to. And then relevant, your goal should align with your values and long-term objectives. If you are aiming to climb the corporate ladder, a relevant goal could be to take on a leadership role in a major project. So it depends on what, like how it is relevant to you, or how are you showing that relevance. So let's say if somebody is, primarily doing a marketing job, but, there is no, he's into primarily to a sales, but not into management or anything of anything where there is opportunity of leading a group of people or, at a leadership level. So that is not relevant for him to kind of take climb the corporate ladder. So he still have to be show that skill set or show his relevance to that goal. So the goal is to become a CEO. So the CEO has to have diverse kind of interest, and he has to lead a big group of people at the help be at the helm of leadership. So all these qualities needs to be there. So person who is doing hardware setup or a technical, he doesn't have a relevance to this goal. So it has to be relevant. Your goal has to be relatable. That's what it means. And time bound. So set a deadline. A time bound goal compels action and helps prioritize tasks. Instead of learn to code, try completing a coding course in the next 3 months. So yeah, I mean, like it's very vague. Learn to code is very vague. Like I mean, like you can start that as a as a platform, but then you will have to have a time bound goal. Say that I want to complete a coding course or I want to do a coding certification in the next 3 months. So it has to be time bound. So it cannot be without any it cannot be indefinite. That's what I would mean. So it cannot go on for just just as a passion, as a desire. So it has to be time bound. So these are some of the principles that we can adapt. when we set a space, whether it is a short-term goal or it's more, relevant or, more directed towards a short-term goal. But even for long-term goals, all this is essential. So you should have a SMART. That's what they call it, SMART principle. So you be smart and adopt these SMART principles to make sure that your goal is achieved or your desire is transformed into a clear goal and with a clear actionable plan. Kapil, do you want to take it or?
Yeah, I can take it from here, Ravi. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's perfectly
sure.
fine. All
Thank
right,
you.
so guys, thanks, Ravi. Thanks for refreshing our memories regarding smart principles. And when it comes to applying these principles, now we all know that what exactly and why exactly these principles are necessary. When it comes to applying smart principles, it's important to do consistent efforts, and that's what Usain Bolt, even he has quoted at many places, that reaching that 10% of 10 second of that world record, 9.58 if I'm very precise with that. He has made a world record in 100-meter sprint, and that 9.58 seconds he has not obtained by practicing for a day or something. He made all his consistent efforts for almost around 4 years to become that great sprinter and do achieve all these things. And it's very important to apply all those things, smart principles, when it comes to your day-to-day routine. And when especially you are looking for a job position here in Canadian market, your consistent efforts, your meaningful efforts will always help you reaching out to some relative position for yourself. And when it comes to like how exactly we can apply these smart principles, let's learn about that. Anna, can you please take to the next slide? Yeah. So these small steps, like we have to be very specific. When it comes to achieving those goals, we have to be very specific what exactly we have been looking for in the new job position, what exactly and how exactly it will help us achieving our future goals, how exactly it will help us in the career progression. So we will have to do all these by integrating these smart principles in our day-to-day strategies, reaching out to the recruiters, making and following short-term goals, and putting it all our efforts to become a successful person down the line in coming years. And it requires a lot of motivation. It requires a lot of small things which you can do on everyday basis, like reaching out to the recruiters, applying for the right positions for yourself, and then applying for only the positions which are meeting your skill set, rather than applying for each and every position coming your way. If you see that there is a position which is a good fit for yourself, which may be a good fit for yourself, but it's not 100% match, don't get afraid to apply on that position. Even if it is like a 60-70% match, that's completely fine. Do reach out to the recruiters. Try to make your resume in such a way so that somebody else who is watching your resume, who will be reviewing your resume, will help you out. And by small specific things, you can achieve all your targets in coming years. It's not a very easy path, I know. When you're coming to a new country, it's like every day you will be learning some new thing, and every day you will have to do some small things to achieve all your targets. Anna, can you please put next? Click on. Yeah. And uh, all it requires uh, that what exactly and how exactly you will be tracking what exactly you will be doing in these hours. Like, it's not that since 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. you will only be applying blindly on any of these positions. That's not the right strategy. What you will have to do is, like, you will have to look for the relevant kind of a position. You will have to see how exactly and what exactly job I can perform well. You will have to define a clear time frame, that okay, fine, if I'm an architect kind of a person, if I will not get the architect position within a 1 month or a 2 months time frame, I may come down as a senior developer. That will open your horizon everywhere. And that ways, if you are not landing up straightforwardly to the architect level or a program manager kind of a position, you have the B plan ready with you, so that you can obtain and start your job cycle here, and you can advance yourself on day-to-day basis. And that's what everybody has been doing here. It's a new country, we all know. It's very hard to find right kind of relevant jobs. Do not get in a trap that, no, I do not have any experiences. People are demotivating yourself that, oh, it's hard to find a job. If it could have been easy, everybody would have got that. So it's equally important for us to understand what exactly our requirements are, why exactly this company is in the market looking for the specific kind of a person, like a developer or something. So we will have to adopt all those things. We'll have to be very patient, when it comes to applying for a job position. Do not ever apply for each and every job position to reduce the chances of getting you the right position. So always apply for some kind of right position, which will help you out. And by using these SMART principles, you can obtain whatever goals you have in coming months and or years. Can we go to the next slide, Anna? Yeah, and then it comes to like short-term and long-term examples. So short-term and long-term examples, as I said, like Usain Bolt, his main objective was to become a world champion. He didn't achieve that in one day or something. So he has done like he has done his time management kind of thing. He did practice every day to become that, to become the world champion and to become the Olympic medalist. So he has done practice each and every day to become successful. He has managed his time. He has like done kind of he has managed his skills. Okay, fine, every day I will have to run this long, every day I will have to work on this specific skill, every day my short-term things, keeping that in mind, like every day all my efforts which I'm doing since last 4 years will give me results in coming years. And that's what has happened. Like when he came back in the international arena, he made a world record by putting himself like from 9.58 seconds sprint, 100-meter sprint, and he become a world champion. And people say it like, okay, fine, he's a world champion. He's a world champion. He did it in 9.58 seconds. But usually we all forget to see what exactly efforts he has made to achieve that accomplishment, which is one of the biggest accomplishment of all time. And we will have to manage our time. We will have to work on how exactly to prioritize our things every day to become productive. We have to see, okay, how exactly, if I'm taking one objective in my hand, how exactly I'm managing that particular objective to accomplish the right goal. What exactly things I need to do so that I can get more experiences, more output of that. And then last but not least, when it comes to the newcomers like all of us, we have been here, like I've been here since last 6 years. I've been growing my professional network each and every day. So I'm connecting with people on LinkedIn, on startup meetings, on HR networks, on WhatsApp. There are like lot many various online tools like Instagram is there, Facebook is there. So do join those meaningful kind of networks. Do build up your network. Do stay connected with people who work at the organizations where you may have dreamed to work. So connect with those people. They will help you out in getting you successful. And somewhere down the line, we all need somebody who can at least show us the light, where exactly we can reach, how exactly we can you know we can we can start from. So you will meet like lot many people who will demotivate you. Why exactly do you jump in here and all? So they will always be the nice people as well, who will all like Tenny is there, like who is always there to help you out, right? And she will always be supporting you, what exactly to do, what exactly not to do. So connecting with the right people, growing your professional network is very, very important thing when you come to a new country, because we don't know anyone. And getting connected to 10 people will give you the result. Out of those 10 people, two will get connected with you on LinkedIn or any network. And then out of those two people, it's not necessary that they will be helping you. But when you will do consistent efforts each and every day, maybe out of those two people every day you are connecting, end of the month you are connected with 60 people. Out of those 60, maybe 6 people will be there to help you out and guide you. Maybe one of them will be really ready to mentor you or show you the guide that, okay, fine, you know what, these are the things which I did to become successful and all. So it's very, very important for everyone to grow their professional network. Do not add everyone, whomsoever you will see. Do not try to reach or bug managers, partners, or recruiters, but build up a relationship with them. Grow your professional network, adding up the right meaningful people. Do not send your resumes right away to them even without asking. Check with them if it is the right time to talk to them, if they have any suitable position, rather than throwing them the resume and then saying, hey, you know what, my resume is here, if you find any job. It's not his job to find you a position, it's your job to find something good for yourself. So why don't you go to their job portal to check out what exactly relevant positions meeting your skill sets are there, and then accordingly send them the email or a message stating that I find a position which may be a good fit meeting my skill sets. Do you mind? Do you have some time to refer me for this position? Will it be helpful and all? So try to build a professional, respectful network for yourself, which will help you ultimately. Next slide, Hannah. All these short-term goals, the only motivation to be following the short-term goals is to obtain our long-term kind of objectives, to fulfill those objectives. Everybody wanted to execute execute and become a strong leader later stages and all, and everybody wanted to grow in their professional life, right? And by following like short-term goals, definitely it's like you will be doing efforts each and every day. And I don't know, like if you'll be doing efforts every day, for sure I can guarantee you this thing, that within like 15-30 days or something, you will be ending up, or you can hope something good out of it. And definitely we all wanted to have financial independence, and financial independence always comes from when we'll start somewhere. So when you will become the part of the network, rather it is like architect, rather it is a project manager kind of a position, once you will start, the journey starts from that day. And somewhere down the line you feel that okay, fine, after 1 year, after 6 months, you stabilize yourself, and then automatically when you are in a network of earning money for yourself and your family every day, you will see that you will be close to having the financial independence by having a good salary here, by having a good home here for yourself and your family. And that's how we get progress in life, and we can say that yes, we are like financially independent on ourselves in a new country, and we make those paths by following very minimum efforts every day. It's not important to work very very hard every day, but it is very important to work and smartly work actually. So smart work, always say, do not get demotivated, do not be in a trap that people are telling you you can do it. No, they are nobody to define what you can do or you cannot do. So it's important for you to understand what exactly you can do, better than somebody else, and why not, to learn and adopt the things which, if somebody says that, hey, we don't feel you are a right fit for that position, don't worry about that. Maybe that is not the right position for yourself. Ask for the feedback from the recruiter. Work on those skills which are lacking. Work on the areas where you feel that you can improvise. And slowly and gradually you can see that by putting small thing in your habits will make you very independent, and very reliable kind of a person going forward. And last but not least, publishing a book. Do not, it's not what we meant by putting the title. Publishing a book means reading something knowledgeable, right? Telling storytelling or something. Go through the job articles, go through how exactly people and what exactly they have done to become successful here in this country, in this new country. And we always have suggestions for everybody, but do not get in a trap to take all the suggestions from everybody. No, about your situation which other people might not know, right? So you will have to see how exactly and what things are good for myself. Make an agenda for yourself. What exactly things I will be doing today in this hour? What exactly things I will be following? If I will have to connect with recruiters, how many recruiters and what all recruiters are there at the firms? So do your due diligence and do your all your efforts to find out the right people for yourself. And that's how you become you become a master in making your agendas for the day, which will help you going forward in your career as well. When you will be doing a job or something, when somebody will tell you to prioritize your work, you know how exactly to make your agendas of the day, and within this time frame what exactly you will be doing. So these are the small things which you can apply. And when you will apply, you will see that okay, small change in habits, small things in your daily agenda will make you feel at a better place where you were at the last time when you were applying for a job blindly. Do not blindly apply for all the jobs. Just see which position is good for yourself, meeting your skill set and all, and then apply. Do not get in a rush to find out the feedback that, hey, you know what, I've given the interview at 12 o'clock and 12:15 you are reaching out to the recruiter talking about the feedback. Give them time. Give them time, at least 24 hours, to have them you know discuss between themselves. If they have a good feedback, for sure they will come back automatically to you. And by putting all these small things in your habits, you will become successful in this country. And I would say that each and every one of us, we are super lazy nowadays because of the technology. If our kid is crying, we say, okay, fine, give him the phone, give him the tablet. And those are not the things how we are temporarily given up that situation that, okay, fine, baby will not cry, give him the iPad, give him this. But when we'll say that, hey, you know what, it's not the time to cry, let's play. When you will go and spend the time with them, they will enjoy. So small things, when you will be changing in your habits, small things, among these goals you will be applying to your daily routines and all, you will become successful. Anna, would you like to add something?
You said it perfectly. I especially love the example when you said we tend to be lazy because it's the easier way. You gave example with kids. I mean, I don't have kids of my own, but I do understand what you're saying. Easy ways to give them tablet, you play with it, but it's not good. So better ways to take time, play with them, they'll appreciate it. So yeah, just making effort, right? And holding yourself accountable. I recently took EY course, Habits That Stick. I just did it yesterday, and it's about everything that you shared has to be specific, has to be achievable, but you also have to hold yourself accountable. And they gave this really good advice how you can remind yourself of doing these goals. For example, short term, it's an if-then principle. So if it's 4 p.m. and I haven't had at least 1 liter of water, then I will go to the fridge and I'll pour a bigger cup. So because immediately when you see 4 p.m., something will click in your brain, and it will remind you, and it will kind of it will keep that goal in your mind. So now, because usually I say I'm going to drink more water, but I don't make any specificity around it, and then I forget, of course. But if I gave myself 2 liters and at specific times, I'll do 1 liter by this hour, it makes it easier, breaks it down. So yeah.
And even like I remember, like when it comes to water, it's like I remember, like I'm like a camel. I don't drink that much water. And when I was speaking to somebody close to me, he said, why do you need to drink 2 liters of water in one go? I said, what do you mean? He said, start small.
Yeah.
He said, start small, have a glass of water, put it beside your table. So when you will drink that water, you will go to the washroom, and that will make you a habit. And that's when you will move from your desk, and that will give you your body, unconscious thing that you are moving from your desk every 30 minutes or something. So have a small glass of water every 30 minutes. And that's how you will accomplish your goal more faster than, having a 1-2 liter bottle in one go.
That's true. That's true. It will become a habit. And there was one interesting thing I learned in that course yesterday is that, you read online, it takes 10 days, it takes 30 days to build a habit. It's they say it's nonsense. There's no scientific research that there's specific amount of days. It may take 1 year, it may take 7 years, it may take 2 weeks. But they said the point is repetitiveness.
So just consistency is the key. Yes,
consistency, right? And then over time, it will get to you. And if you're trying to break bad habits, oftentimes we just say, I'm going to stop doing it. But then if I tell you, don't think about black bear, all you will do is think about black bear. So instead of saying, I'll stop doing something, say to yourself, I'll do this instead. So if you say, I won't think about black bear, but instead I'll think about the green snake. Your brain will exclude the first one. So exactly. So it's about habits. It takes time, but if you keep repeating them, they will happen.
I mean, even in our subconscious mind, if you think that, hey, you know what, I wish this bus, which comes on time every day, I'm watching since last so many days, it will come on time today. If I'm waiting there, it's Murphy law, it will never come, because the message which I'm giving to my subconscious mind is, I wish this bus will not come late today. And universe is listening, late. It's not reading my whole sentence, and they're saying, oh, it will come late today when you are waiting. So, small efforts will make the things, at different level. And you will notice when you will put a lot of efforts in daily habits, small changes will always impact. Even if if you can start with very small things like handwriting. If I was slowly writing something, I may write beautiful sentences and all. But if I will have to write it very quickly, everything like, okay, fine, let me just get this job done, then I will be, messing up with the thing. So yeah, I completely agree. Small efforts and small things will make us successful.
We have a question, Kapil.
Yeah, please go ahead, Tenny.
Yeah. Are there any apps or systems you recommend to track your goals rather than manual?
I usually like put my reminders on my phone, and even if I will have to apply for a job, if I will have to drink some water or something, so I usually do it like by putting up reminders. And we all are like online every day, so we put it on our Outlook. It's the easiest way, and then we can do it recurring, like our meetings and all. We know that, okay, fine, 30 minutes of this time we will be catching up with our all emails and all, so we put it on our in our daily calendar, recurring for next 6 months. So every day I got a reminder before even starting my work at 8:45. It popped up saying that catch up time, read your emails and all. So I just put it one way.
Yeah, and I'm sure there are apps too. We're not familiar with which ones are the best, but I think if you look up, I'm sure several will pop up.
Yeah, there should be several of apps. Asana is a good tool, but I agree my email is the only app I mean, whichever works with you, Tenny. We are like online every day, starting with Outlook, and we use Outlook most of the time, at our workplace. So we do know that, okay, fine, the calendar is there. We put all our small stuff in our calendar that, okay, fine, 30 minutes from 9 to 9:30, we'll be catching up with our emails. 12 to 12:30, it's my lunchtime, and I put it in my calendar just to remind me of this, that I need to eat food. Otherwise, I will keep on continuing whole day and will end up by doing what? Eating my lunch at 5 o'clock or something. So I usually like try to put it in my calendar, whichever thing which you are using the most. Like we use Outlook the most, so we put it in our Outlook. So there's no specific kind of app, but yeah, whichever works best for you, meeting your schedules, meeting your things, what exactly you will be doing. So I know that Outlook is there in front of me whole day, so I put it on my Outlook calendar.
I agree with you. Same thing that I said. Email.
I mean, we know that we are
There, it
sitting in
doesn't
front of.
exist.
Yeah. I mean, I try to use that reminder on phone, but you know what has happened is, like, reminders on phone. I'm not on phone all day, but I'm on, like, I'm on Outlook, and I'm on my laptop checking my emails every day. So I put it like easy way for me to get reminders on Outlook. So that's what I did. And I'm sure like Anna must have been doing the same thing, because she's like very, very busy during her schedules and all. And that's the easy way to put and get the reminders. Hey, you know what? This is there. This is there. Next meeting, another meeting and all.
Yeah, I do Outlook, but I'm crazy about Excel. I'm not an expert. I'm a beginner, but I have this color-coded sheet with my to-dos. And if it's in red, then it's high priority. If it's yellow, then it's medium, and the green is low. And then I track, and then it's done. And that kind of, I open that every morning. That one is best for me. But I do Outlook as well in combination.
And even like Tenny, if you want to use like to make a notes or something, since last 1 year I've tried using OneNote, and it's really, really helpful, making all our spreadsheet, making everything in there at one place. And OneNote is like a beautiful tool kind of a thing. When I started using it, it's like adding up all the things, and daily activities and everything, you can put it there. So to begin, I think we have already talked about this, creating our goals and all, but yeah, let's discuss it further as tips for creating your goals. For sure, like defining vision. It's very, very important to have a clear vision in mind, what exactly efforts you are making to achieve what goal. And if you will be defining that, if you will be defining what exactly you need to do, it will be a lot more easier for you to obtain your any upcoming visions. Like, you wanted to become a rock star or something, you will have to practice, and practice every day, so that and you will have to avoid drinking cold drinks and all, so that your throat will become smooth when you will be swinging, and when you will be singing, and when you will be like practicing your own songs and all. So it's important to have a clear vision, what exactly you wanted to obtain out of that vision. And when your goal is set, it will be like very, very easy for you. Like Jim Carrey, the easy example. He wanted to become a millionaire sometime back, and it's there on YouTube as well. He wrote a check for himself for $10 million. He was not aware that what exactly and where exactly this money will come from, but he has like somewhere down the line in his subconscious mind that he wanted to have those $10 million. And universe listened to him, and he got a project, he got a movies and all. And the time when he wrote the check, he started getting some movies which will which gave him the audacity to have $10 million in his pocket. And in his subconscious mind, he desired to have those $10 million, and the universe listened that time. So always like define what exactly you needed to achieve. Always desire for more, always dream for more, but at the same time, do not forget to work towards your goal. It's very, very important to achieve any goal. And when it comes to like how exactly we all will have to work, break down your each and every day. That's what we talked in 5 minutes ago. Like, define your time. 9 to 9:30 I will be doing this, 10 to 10:30 I will be doing this, 11 to 11:30 I will be doing this. By making small agendas, and breaking down, let's say Anna says like, I need to drink 2 liters of water. Tenny agreed to that. But if she will say, okay, fine, 30 minutes I'll be consuming 500 milliliter or like 300 milliliter, it would have been a lot more easier to obtain the 2 liters within short period of time. But yeah, we are people. No practice is right or wrong, but whatever suits your schedule, whatever suits yourself, try to do that and break it in small things, so that you can achieve the big targets and all. And yeah, set small smart goals for sure. Like short-term goals will definitely add the value to reach to your long-term goals. And it will, like, by following like short-term and long-term goals, you can avoid any confusions. You can always see measurable metrics. Okay, fine, I'm doing this and this. Why exactly I'm not achieving this result? So you can always see this part is right, this part is right, maybe this part there is a problem in there. So you can always see two parts I'm doing right, third part is having some problem. So you can always alter that and then accomplish to the next goals. And you will reach all your desired. And that's the easiest way to track your own progress, that these are the steps which I followed. This is the step where I did a little bit mistake, which needs to be rectified or modified. And by doing this right, I can achieve the original goal of myself. And that's how we all do it. And tracking your progress, it's no, don't give anybody else the right to see and track your progress. Always watch yourself, so that you will not have any bad feelings in yourself that somebody is judging me. No, why don't you judge yourself? Why don't you see that what exactly steps you are doing good for yourself? Because we know ourselves better than anybody else. So always like track your progress, do small things each and every day, and that's how you become successful. And for sure, I mean, do not forget to live the moment, and do not forget to celebrate, even like whichever thing is going right in your life. Always try to enjoy with your friends, family. Do not forget to invite us. We don't mind because it's a small world. And we always have to have a positive mindset. And by celebrating those small memories, when you will become a big man one day, you will always remember those small days, the small memories which you have built up for yourself. And yes, celebrating small milestones is very important thing in life, which we usually forget. Let's say we see so many motivational videos every day, but when it comes to applying those small motivational things in our life, we say, okay, who gonna do it? So when we apply those things, we become successful. And when you will celebrate, when you will have a good faith in yourself, in your destiny, in your God, you will definitely get some right things coming your way. And you will feel more joyful. And when you will feel more joyful, you become full of positive energy. And then automatically the things will try to happen on your way. And that's why it's very important to celebrate, even like a small thing. Yes, please do celebrate with your friends, family, your kids, and anyone Yeah, and that's it for now. And let's begin the Q&A question here.
I have a question for Anna. Now
Oh, there you go.
Anna and I need to talk about the water thing.
The water thing, right? Yeah. You know what I find helps with water? Mason jars. There's 1 liter in a mason jar. And then in my head, if I drink from a smaller, then I need to do 8 glasses, which seems like a lot. But then if it's mason jar, then I need to do only 2 mason jars a day, which doesn't seem crazy at all. But today my mason jar was dirty, so I need to do 8 of these. But yeah.
Whatever suits your schedule, whatever suits yourself. And I saw like a message. She said, "Thank you. This has been very helpful. My problem has been giving up halfway. I will apply what I've learned and celebrate my milestone." Yeah, that's important. I mean, most of the people, they give up. It's not just you that who gave up on halfway, but yeah, most of the people like, well, okay, fine, I'm tired. Now what? You know, breaking a threshold is another thing, which only you yourself can motivate yourself to do. So do not give up on your halfway, because you don't know that one step after all your efforts of this, just one step you are away from what exactly you have desired for. So don't give up halfway. Always try to do the best of yourself, because once you will get to the destination, there is no fun. The journey, enjoy the journey, and reaching to the destination is like, okay, fine, what next? So do enjoy that and don't give up halfway. You will be feeling that when you will not give up on your halfway, you will feel that, okay, fine, journey was this much away from myself, and you will enjoy that.
Yeah, you know what I find what helps with not giving up, because that's usually one of the biggest challenges, giving up halfway, right? What I find that helps is finding something in that goal or habit, whatever it is, that you enjoy. So I had set myself a goal to go for morning walks, not necessarily every day, but at least 3 times a week before work, right?
Yeah.
And then, but I made it fun. I put something that I love in it. So it's not just a random morning walk. It's I go grab my favorite coffee at my favorite coffee shop. And that motivates me. Like now I want to go get up because I'll treat myself to my favorite coffee. And now it's become habit. Now, even if I don't go grab coffee, I find it just got it into my habit. So whatever your goal is, even if it's harder, there must be something about it that you love. So try to focus on that, and that will make it enjoyable.
Yeah. Somebody I've also learned breaking down my long-term goals into short-term. That's really good. Awesome. And she's going to, she said, like, is also something I have to do. I don't give up. That's awesome. And do you have any book recommendations that has helped with going through the end with your goals, whether small or big? I don't have any books recommendation. I'm not a reader, honestly speaking. I do watch a lot of videos. I do encourage myself, motivate myself, learn from some good positive people around yourself. And or Google is there. You can always check on Google about some books and all, because I'm not a book reader or something, but yeah, I love to see a lot of videos online and all. So motivate yourself, and for sure you will you will be successful in your achieving your goals and all. Atomic Habits is something I'm reading. Tenny, very good. I don't know about that book. Vision Reports helps. Beautiful.
This was fantastic. I learned a lot as well, and I'll try to remember of all of these for my next goal. So really, really appreciate that. And thank you everyone also for joining. Appreciate you taking time.